What's up, y'all? It's Poppin' It today. About to react to this impressive vid. It's titled Rihanna's Crazy Love Triangles. Chris Brown, Karrueche, Tiana Taylor, Drake, MeekMill, Soulja Boy. All right, this can't be true, or is it? Let's see what love triangle she was in. Let's watch.
Hello, everybody.
I could barely talk. I'm appalled.
Impressive Shanell. This is part 2 of Rihanna's best clapbacks and some of her epic feuds in the industry. Now, one thing I will say, I am happy that Rihanna is in a peaceful and positive place in her life, but there was a point where she was under a lot of stress. She was under a lot of scrutiny, and she was just not the happiest in her life, and it kind of showed in some of her behavior. And her complicated love life was one of the big reasons why she wasn't completely happy, especially when it came to her relationship with Chris Brown. Now, Rihanna and Chris were young when they started dating. They were dating in their late teens, and they were at the top of their careers at the time, and they were on the verge of becoming even bigger pop stars. So there was a lot of fanfare around their relationship, and they truly loved each other, but there was a lot of toxicity, and some of it had to do with Chris Brown's infidelity. Chris admitted that he told Rihanna that he had an affair with a woman in his circle, and Rihanna was very hurt by that, and this triggered a slew of fights and arguments between them, and it got so bad to the point where things got physical. Now, there was an incident that happened in 2009 after the Clive Davis Grammys party that really shook the media in a major way.
Yeah.
Chris Brown and Rihanna was heavy. Rihanna revealed in her interview with Oprah that she forgave Chris after she forgave her father. Growing up, she saw her father attack her mother. He did. Now, I want to talk about another feud, and this is a feud that Rihanna had with Tiana Taylor. Now, Rihanna met Tiana through Chris Brown. Chris and Tiana were friends since they were teens.
Not this particular video, but there was a video somebody else put up. Who put that video up? I don't remember. But they talked about this.
Around the time Rihanna started dating Chris, she also befriended Tiana. However, Rihanna and Tiana fell out.
It was their
kind of
Twitter
a long
feud.
backstory behind this. Now, allegedly, there was kind of a situation that happened with Soulja Boy. Okay, this is allegedly. After Rihanna went through the incident with Chris Brown, she allegedly reached out to Soulja Boy, and Soulja Boy at the time was dating Tiana, but he was willing to push Tiana to the side to get with Rihanna.
I'm on tour with Lil Wayne at the time. Rihanna called my manager. I'm not reaching out to her, and then she called my manager, Debbie Cota. At this time, Tiana Taylor is my girlfriend. I'm not studying Rihanna.
What?
She called me, can I pull up to this? So I said, okay, well, you know what, cool. What? Rihanna get to the show. Tiana already on the tour bus. Tiana, Alicia, Bella, her friend, whatever. We all on the tour bus. We're sitting in the back. Rihanna get on the bus. Everybody. She gets to the back. I said, yo, Tiana, you got to go. I know you're my girl and all, but Rihanna just got on the bus. Y'all got to go. You did. She got mad. She called Chris and snitched. He on the bus with Rihanna right now. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Man.
Soulja Boy is a lot of things, but I don't strike him as a liar. Just based on, his track record. He might even embellish some shit here and there. But I feel like for the most part, he tells the truth. So I low-key believe this. I don't feel like he would just get on camera and cap like this. But I am shook.
Now, this allegedly might have been the reason behind Tiana and Rihanna's fallout. And this is not completely unlikely. I mean, some of the guys in the industry were dating some of the same girls. I mean, at one point, Drake and Tiana were close, and then Drake started getting up under Rihanna. So it happens. However, I do think the main reason why Tiana and Rihanna fell out is because of Chris Brown. She chose to maintain her friendship with Chris, and she even defended him after his DV incident with Rihanna. She told Vibe magazine that Chris is her brother, and she had it out for her. In fact, one day, Tiana was minding her business, singing Caught Up in the Rapture by Anita Baker, and Rihanna decided to be shady. She uploaded a video of her hairstylist, Yusef, mocking Tiana, and Tiana was not having it. She said, I seen Caught Up in the Rapture on IG, and she posted her boy singing the same song, that same part with curly hair and a snapback.
So if you're interested, go check out that video. I don't know what it's called, but just look up Tiana Taylor, Rihanna, D, Shanell, and it'll pop up. But yeah, so they had a little back and forth, going back and forth on Twitter, talking about who broke, who not. Tiana did this, which was real trifling.
Yeah, that's still a go. Yeah, after my first sneaker, that was
that for the Rihanna? Was that because of Rihanna?
Oh yeah, her comment.
She's back.
They didn't like that. Adidas didn't like
made
that.
a mean remark about Tiana's deceased grandparents. She checked her fans in the DMs and said, "I know y'all protective, but come on, that ish was unnecessary." The fan said, "I know it was childish. I didn't expect a response from her, but I get ruthless sometimes. Sorry." Rihanna said, "Not childish, just hurtful and wrong. If you said that about Dolly, I couldn't F with you. Y'all got to know the difference between standing and F stuff." Years later, Rihanna and Tiana linked up again. They made amends. Rihanna sent Tiana a pair of her Puma shoes.
Yeah,
and she also talked about her. Another feud that Rihanna had was with Karrueche Tran. And the main reason why she was beefing with Karrueche is because they both were competing over Chris Brown. After Chris and Rihanna broke up the first time, Chris quietly moved on to Karrueche. Karrueche met him at a styling job, and they started dating on the low. And in 2011, it came out that Chris was dating Karrueche. Around this time, Rihanna started warming up to Chris again publicly, and she praised him in her Esquire magazine issue. And that's when people started to wonder, were Rihanna and Chris talking again? Well, they definitely were. And Karrueche was not here for it. And this is where the shade started. In October of 2011, Karrueche and her friends uploaded a video where they seemed to be mocking Rihanna's accent.
Rihanna, I wish I was the only girl in the world. But my boyfriend doesn't love me. Why doesn't love me? But I love him.
This video was definitely shade to Rihanna. Now, the following year, in February 2012, Rihanna started linking up with Chris Brown publicly again. In fact, they did 2 songs together. They did a remix for Chris Brown's song, Turn Up the Music, and a remix for Rihanna's song, Birthday Cake. And on the song, Chris Brown was talking about how he was missing Rihanna's body and how he wanted to sleep with her for a while. And in the song, Rihanna said she's sweeter than a rice cake. And that was meant to be a dig at Karrueche. She was basically saying that she was better than her. She also posted a picture of a rice cake with hoop earrings and sunglasses. And she said in her caption, "I'ma make you my B." So people saw this and they thought that she was throwing shade at Karrueche and her Asian heritage. And also people suspected that Rihanna was responding to the video where Karrueche mocked her accent. Now, Karrueche responded by posting and deleting a message on Facebook saying, "Let me clear the air. If you have Fenty at the end of your name or your default is Rihanna, you have a better chance of winning the lottery than ending up on my friends list." She also quoted a Nicki Minaj lyric saying, "I'm Angelina, you Jennifer. Come on, B. You see where Brad at?" So she was referencing the love triangle between Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie and Jennifer Aniston. Brad chose Angelina over Jennifer, and Karrueche was basically saying Chris chose her over Rihanna. Rihanna clapped back and said, "I'm your leader. Y'all on some following-ish, coming in the game on some modeling-ish." So she was quoting Lil' Kim, and she was also taking a dig at Karrueche's modeling career. So the girls were getting very petty, and they were doing this all over Chris Brown. Around this time, Chris was still in a relationship with Karrueche, but he was secretly messing around with Rihanna. Now, Rihanna wasn't going to stand by and play the side chick. She had her options, and she was dating around. And it was rumored that she had a fling with MeekMill at one time. Now, this was not confirmed, but Chris did allegedly have an issue with Meek's closeness to Rihanna. And he took Meek off of his Fortune album, and Meek reacted to that by saying, "You took me off your song because she let me watch The Throne." Chris Brown responded and said, "She's a dream chaser. There are a lot of dreamers, so she'll be running forever." Meek said, "These chicks belong to the game, not you. Never get confused, and that's all you." Drake entered the chat and said, "Oh, that's your hoe? That's our hoe too. We get gal easy." And Rihanna said, "A rat is a rat." She also said, "Cupid, stay away from my hoes. The best part is that I get to choose." So Rihanna allegedly was running game on all 3 of these guys. And while Chris and Meek were taking shots at each other, she was actually hanging out with...
I knew she looked exactly like Rihanna. Ass like Nicki, but she yellow like Madonna.
Drake on the set of French Montana's video popped in. And Chris Brown was in his feelings about it, and some people believe that he took a shot at Rihanna. He did a freestyle over Kanye West's beat Cold, and he said, "Don't F with my old beat, it's like bad fur. Every industry dude done had her." And after that, Rihanna unfollowed him, and she said, "Aw, poor that, hashtag no one curb." So around this time, Chris and Rihanna's relationship went cold, and in June of 2012, Chris and Drake were tied into a brawl at a New York City nightclub. Now, it was said that the fight was over Rihanna, but the way the story went is Chris sent a bottle over to Drake and his crew, and it wasn't received well. Also, MeekMill, who was also there, allegedly instigated the fight, and bottles were thrown, and their entourages started fighting with each other. But Chris and Drake never physically fought. Either way, there was some clear tension between them because they both had a connection with Rihanna. Even after all of this, Chris and Rihanna rekindled their relationship, and Rihanna said in her interview with Oprah that Chris was the love of her life. She also said in this very same interview that she and Chris were just friends, but it's very clear that they were more than that. And Chris's girlfriend at the time, Karrueche, didn't realize they had something more going on until Chris started seriously pursuing Rihanna. And he basically admitted to the public that he was in love with both Rihanna and
Oh.
Is it such thing as loving to you? I don't know. I don't know if that's possible, but for me, I feel like that.
Chris Brown and Rihanna officially got back together and made their relationship public at the 2013 Grammys. But their relationship did not last. Chris went crawling back to Karrueche, and his relationship with Karrueche didn't end well either. He got into a whole feud with Soulja Boy because Soulja Boy liked a few of Karrueche's pictures. And also, Chris had an issue with Soulja Boy because he allegedly linked up with Rihanna. And they got into a very messy feud on social media, and they were planning to even get into the boxing ring with each other. It was a mess.
Hey, Chris Brown, you a bitch, nigga. You gonna call my phone on FaceTime talking about something. Oh, why you liking Karrueche pictures on Instagram, man? Why you liking Karrueche pictures on Instagram? When I see you, I'm gonna catch the fade. I'm gonna knock you out. When I see you, Chris, I'm gonna beat you. And Karrueche don't want you, nigga. Now, what he really mad about is I was with Rihanna. Be real with you, that's what the beef really stands from. It stands from Rihanna. But I seen him after that, though. He called me. Man, you was with Rihanna. Did you have sex with her? She came to your show. The same shit what he doing now with Karrueche. But way back then, he was, he wasn't snorting so much coke. He had so many tattoos.
No.
Spill the secret.
Go text me. I'm screenshot and say, yo, get a Soulja. Continuously call me on FaceTime. He probably want to squash it because he know I'm serious.
And
boy, stop it. I'm
number?
going to whip your... Adrian Broner, set up the gym, bro.
Yeah, I accept your challenge. Get Adrian Broner on the phone. I'm going to beat your ass.
I'm going to bring black people together. But you got to get your ass with my nigga. I'm going to be real with you.
Now, Karrueche was not amused by this feud at all, and she wasn't amused at how Chris Brown was carrying on.
It makes sense. We just brought in a year, and this is what we're doing. Blah, 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 blah. There's so much more out there in life. Girl, you clearly like it, because why even bother making this post? It makes me feel popping, getting up and going to set, walking my apartment and seeing my Emmy. Girl, what the fuck this gotta... Bye, girl.
She just wanted her peace. And Chris Brown blasted her and said that she was messing around with Drake behind his back.
Oh, that brother died before the world. I was saying, I was locked up for damn near 4 months. Ooh, and only got one visit from you. While you was hosting parties and taking secret trips to Toronto, going on dates with Drake. When this relationship first started, you knew what it was and even participated in threesomes. Oop! So she was cool with it being open is what you're saying. I slowed all that shit down. So let's not try to save face for public opinion because I don't need to play victim so people can take my side. All these celebrity niggas ain't shit and focus only on themselves. I made it clear to the world who my girl was and made your life equal to mine, even at the cost of me not focusing on my career at times. So miss me with the bullshit. Now y'all know the real. All that was spilling tea. You called me a bitch that you screamed my name in a song about getting back together. Can all this petty shit stop? It is so unnecessary. You have a beautiful daughter and so much to live for. Live your life and be positive. I'm so over the drama. I just want to work and be happy and take care of my family. Every fucking day is something new. And all you fuckers get your life and laughs from this shit show. I'm motherfucking tired.
Point. She said if this is love, she doesn't want it. And surprisingly, Rihanna stood up for Karrueche.
Well, I spoke to Rihanna's source who told me she's flat out disappointed in Chris for blasting Karrueche on the gram. Lee's friends say she's not a fan of Chris's gangbanging talk, and the way that he went in on Karrueche and her friends was just foul.
The feud between Karrueche and Rihanna ended when they both moved on from Chris Brown. And there were moments when Karrueche publicly showed love to Rihanna.
What are you wearing? No, your lip of choice. What it?
Girl, Fenty.
Oh, look how far. Look how far we've come.
That's good stuff. It's nice to see that Rihanna was able to make peace with some of the people that she feuded with. It shows her growth, and it also shows that she's in a much happier place in her life.
And after
that should be
a
the
certain
takeaway
amount
from
of
this
time,
video.
nobody cares.
Yes, people make mistakes, and yes, people do dumb things, but it all depends on how they're able to grow from it. And Rihanna has grown, and I love to see it.
I mean, I would
anyway,
hope so.
I
will hope so. This is like 20 years ago. Ooh, child, the ghetto. I did not know this specific tea. I had no idea that Soulja Boy was in the mix. Why? MeekMill. I will fucking never. I don't get it. I don't understand the girls. I don't understand Nicki. I don't know what's going on with y'all taste because there are so many options. And these are the people y'all picked. Ciao. But yeah, I'm glad that, she's grown. Like I said, as she should. This was a very long time ago. So good for them for moving on and getting past this ghetto mess. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.